Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Xenonauts. We have a crash site to go clear. So our team for this mission, we've got Tilda Hansen, Luther Ross, Clara Pavlova, Desmond Griffin, Oskari Tarunen, Nika Marilova, Bjorn Olsen, and I'm gonna butcher that. Ionis Barros. Let's get out there real quick. This one will be in the daytime at least, so that will be much easier. I don't care about fuel. We have more than enough fuel to make it there. Okay, good. Foxtrot interceptors are done. We can start researching plasma pistols. We can start building Foxtrots. 4 days for a Foxtrot. Oh. Okay. We are still in the corner. Map goes mostly this way. They're all tiny maps. I forgot how tiny the early game maps are in this game. Okay. Everybody out. Take a look around. Make sure there's nothing spooky sneaking up on us. Perhaps we will finally meet the seasons. Okay, looks good. There's a police officer over there. Alright. Right. So, splitting into 2 teams of 4 as usual. Let's get everybody... This building should be safe. All the doors are closed. But it would also be a good... we don't really need to go through it, though. Let's just make sure that it is, in fact... It looks safe. Okay, and then you guys are coming... Alright, we need to find you cover as quick as we can here. Unfortunately, there are not that many great spots. These are all exposed to the flanks. So we're relying a little bit on this wall over here blocking line of sight if there are seasons, because they have quite good eyes. Oh god. Okay. Ah, civilians again. Hello. Oh, RIP police officer. Okay, so we've got ourselves a target. Good miss. Good hit. Okay, so there's at least one civilian over here somewhere. That's good to know. You guys are going to keep pushing this way so that you're a little bit less exposed to the sides. I'm just going to have you duck into this building, I think. Is our best bet here. Okay, good. And then you guys are okay where you are for the time being. I need to locate that civilian that shot that police officer. Oh, there he is. He's got a pistol. Okay, move you up here. You can just take a shot. Why not? Can't hurt. And then you crouch. You come up here so you can use him as cover. Okay, no luck there. Right. You guys have used all your TUs. You guys are in the best spot that I'm going to get you in for the time being. Okay, we got two more over here. One going this way, one going around towards where the police officer died. You guys are now fairly exposed. I need you to come up here. So I would like to be able to see what is over there. Yeah, just have both of you guys stack up on this corner here. And what do I do with you guys? I might actually have you... There's too many open angles over here. I do not like it. We've got an open door over here as well, which I believe was a police officer. Hello, friend. Okay, so the guy that ran over here is probably behind this building. This is good to know. There's no gap in the fence here for me to make use of, which is awkward. I think I'm just gonna have you sit like so. I'm gonna bring... Where's my other rifleman? You up to here. In fact, I'm just gonna have you... Oh, you're not gonna have enough to use to... This is a back corner. Okay, you should be able to get in behind that tree, though. It should be fine. So let's just make sure this is safe, and then get in behind the tree and duck. And that frees us up to bring you two up to here. This terrain is terrible. You up to here. Okay, and then the other team is going where? What am I doing with you two is the big question, because right now you are quite exposed. I think... this fence is in the way. Do you have a frag grenade? Right, so I think what we're going to do is blow a hole in this fence. Hopefully that... Where did that go? Okay, that should be fine. And just have you retreat. Crouch. You, same deal. Back up. Crouch. I think... Oh, I didn't blow the fence up? I guess I really probably shouldn't have expected to. Hello. Okay, that works. Okay, so we've got a guy in this little zone right here. Hello. Okay, can you see him from there? You cannot see him from there, which means... Okay, now that he's turned around, we can just scoot up to this corner. Scoot up to this corner. Okay, good. Oh, we are very exposed now, though. Okay, that is 3 down. I think. Am I counting that correctly? I think that was 3 down. Okay, you guys can now... Ooh, I don't like that building. But also you can't move through there. It's awkward. You could run up to there, but I think we're just going to have you get behind this tree. Keep an eye on that. Bring Turden with you. And then these guys are going to spread out across this little parking lot here. I don't think that's actually a great spot. Yeah, because they could just rush out this door and shoot you in the flank, which would be bad. I'm not hearing much else, which is encouraging me that perhaps there's not another alien outside the ship. Okay, let's start getting people in position to move on to the next zone here. You guys are going to stay there for a second while these guys move up to make sure this building is safe. Oh, you can't move that far. Okay, let's get you. You're just going to awkwardly loop all the way around this. There we go. Face that way. I'm going to bring you up to this corner so you can get ready to open that door. I'm going to have you take over this spot so you can watch this parking lot. Okay. Okay. Kick this door in. This looks safe. The doors are closed. Okay, the doors are closed. This is good. Get back over there. You can now come check over here and over here. Okay, good. Right. With these guys watching over here, you guys can now start checking this area. Okay, we can get up on the roof of this building. Or on the second floor of this building, at least. Which is good. That should give us some line of sight of things. For now, I'm gonna have you get in here. Crouch. You're gonna go up here. You're gonna go up here. You're gonna go over here. Okay, good. So that's that cleared. Okay, you guys can all crouch. Now, these guys can just... Aha! Enemy sighted. You don't have much in the way of cover. Okay, there's that. Just make sure there's nobody behind you. And then you can also run out here. Oh. That was a risk. Okay, just have you guys both crouch over there. You can take a shot. May as well. I think we get experience for shooting, so no harm. This allows me to move you guys up a little bit aggressively. I could get you up on this roof, actually, and try to go for the flank. Oh, there's no gap in the fence. Never mind. You're just going back here, then. And then you guys need to check this building. Oh, there's our crashed ship. Okay, check this window. Okay, all the doors in here are closed, but there is an upstairs. Speaking of the upstairs, though, we can have you get up here. Okay, I can now see to the upstairs, but not into it, which is awkward. Keep an eye on that. And you are going to stay down here, watching this way. Okay, I think that should be that. Okay, what is this guy going to do? He's going in that building. He's chilling out over there. Right, he went in the building, which is unfortunate for me. So I really, really don't want to be in a building with that guy. Right, he is going to take the shot eventually, if I stay there. What I can do, first of all, have you go check up here. There's nothing... Oh, there's access to the roof. Wonderful. Okay, if I move you up here, can you... Okay, you can see down to the door. This is good. Right, I'm gonna leave, I think... Oh, I need to check these back rooms, though. Alright, get your shotgun out. Start moving in through here. Now that he is watching that, I can actually have you come in here. Because he's got eyes on that. And then Pavlova is just gonna go... I would like to be keeping eyes on this little backlot over here, though. But I can bring Pavlova in here and get ready to go check this side room. I think we're just gonna have to trust that they're not gonna run all the way up there. Okay, now, what do I do about this guy who's just run into this building here? Because he could be doing any number of nefarious things in there. I think you should be good, because you... Oh, you don't have blocked line of sight to those windows. Damn. Right, I don't know how many doors there are there. I think what we're gonna do is leave that guy where he is for the time being. You have enough obstructing between you and that door that I feel like you're okay. Although I could actually have you skirt around over here. There's no window on this side, so I think that's what we're gonna do. Bring you up here. That way you have a little bit better angle on that door. Bring you over here so that they can't see you out the windows. You guys watch that door. You guys... how do I watch this door without leaving you exposed to the windows? If I put you here, then the windows shouldn't be able to see you. Yeah. Okay, that's good. So you can just watch that way, and then I'm going to bring you back over to here. Same plan, you're just going to watch that and hope that there's enough obstructing the window. Okay. So you're staying right there for now. You are going to go... The upstairs is closed. So let's just make sure it's empty. Okay, good. And then you can get ready to check that. You guys can get ready to check this. And you guys are just waiting for now. Okay, open the door. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, open this door. Looks good. Okay. So, this dude is getting put off for last. We're going to clear this guy out so that we have this access to this open area here. With that in mind, you guys are going outside to loop around. And you guys are going to stay... Can I have you run down here? Yeah. I have you run downstairs. Get on that corner there. And the rest of the team is just continuing to wait. Good hits. Oh. Okay, there's our boy. He's opening. Oh, okay, they've got friends. That's awkward. Right. In that case... Oh, you're suppressed. Right, okay. Duck back a step. Do this. Okay, so we open that door, which means we can now push up. Try and close up behind him. Okay, good. There's that guy down. Patience. Right. Get in here. Make sure this is safe-ish. You guys can now... Actually, can you hit here? You're not. Thing is in the way. Okay, but I can bring you up here. This is taking a risk. I'm banking that that was the only guy in that structure. Bring you guys up here. You can now step up. Knock a grenade. Grenade. There we go. It's easier to target. Okay, good. And back up a step. Get your rifle back out. And you guys are... Oh, it didn't blow up the door. And no, stuff's on fire. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, one of them is dead. This is good. I think it was the one with the rifle, too, which is even better. You're gonna just get rid of that for me. And then you are in an okay spot where you are. You guys are gonna keep checking this, although I suspect this is clear. This is clear. This is clear. That should be the last guy on board the ship, I think. So I think we're pretty safe to move forward. Okay, smoke's gone. Hello. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. I forgot that the flashbangs do that if you throw them next to little generators. Okay, solid mission, no injuries, 3 promotions. Everybody got a bunch of stat ups. This is good. Alright, that did not take very long, so we can let time tick over a little bit. Production laboratory, okay, good. Production laboratory is good. That's what we need, so we can hire more scientists. Okay, I have plenty of living space available. Just hire me all of the scientists, please. Okay, command center's done at Bravo. That's good. That means we can now start building things here. So, we need a couple of hangars. We need a radar array. Where do I want the radar array? I'm trying to, like, plan for the future here. So we want space for 3 radar arrays, so they would go there. Put a laboratory there. Living quarters, okay. Yeah, grab a radar array. Okay, we are now officially out of money. In fact, we might not. Yep, we don't have enough to finish our Foxtrot. Damn it. Okay, that was a mistake. Okay, good. Our last soldiers arrived. Oh, right. Let me, reorganize our teams real quick. Okay, all of our scientists arrived. This is good. That means we can now do 15 and 15 on alien alloys and alien plasma pistol. This should research quite quickly. Interceptor. Throw Condor up at that. That'll net us a little bit of extra money. Throw Condor up at that. Okay, interceptors, much like the other guys. We just need to be careful because I believe they also have missiles. In fact, we're going to need to keep our speed up because we're going to need to get inside their range. And we need to keep an eye on evasive roll. Ah, damn. Took a bunch of damage there. But we shot it down. Okay, that's gonna have to wait because I don't have any stuff to send to that. Ah, damn it. I'm out of fuel. We're losing so much money. Alien Plasma Pistol. The Plasma Pistol is an alien sidearm that is approximately 8 inches long and roughly a kilogram in weight. Though it bears some resemblance to a human firearm, it does not fire a bullet, but rather a searing bolt of superheated plasma. It is a powerful weapon, easily capable of killing an unarmored man in a single shot. However, our tests suggest the compact size of the weapon renders it fairly inefficient. The plasma bolt loses cohesion and starts to dissipate almost immediately. It is thus most dangerous at short ranges, where a single shot has a good chance of killing one of our soldiers outright. As that range increases, the projectile steadily becomes less accurate and damaging. The lesson here should be clear. Fight units equipped with this weapon as far away as possible. Though it would make a fine addition to our arsenal, this weapon has clearly been designed for alien troops. Anatomical differences between our species make it difficult for a human to wield effectively, so any soldier attempting to use this weapon on the battlefield will suffer severe accuracy penalties when doing so. Sadly, we are also nowhere near understanding or replicating the technology contained within the weapon. Recovering more advanced alien weapons may help in that regard. All is not lost, however. Running more tests on this weapon should allow us to develop battlefield infantry armor better suited to protecting our men from extraterrestrial energy weapons. Good. Okay. Improved combat armor is very important, so let's start on that now. I need that interception mission. What do you want to hear first, the good or bad news? The good news is we're having a serious impact on ET air operations. Incidents are down over the sponsors recovering, and R&D is happy with the technology we've recovered. The bad news is ET High Command has escalated operations by introducing dedicated fighter craft. The ETs have set up combat air patrols to directly counter both our own interceptors and national forces. UFOs tasked on interception missions will patrol the skies, striking at civilian and military aircraft. Data from the previous intercept suggests ET fighters on cap missions will make Xenonaut aircraft a priority. If ET interceptors spot our craft, most likely informed by ET satellites, they will head directly towards them and force a fight. Interceptors are the most likely type of UFO on cap, so look for very small signals. Dropships will be especially easy targets, so I'd recommend clearing out squadrons with interception missions first, before tackling other craft to prevent accidents happening on to the ground team. Great. What I need right now, though, is money. Fighter UFO. The Fighter is a very small UFO, apparently designed for air supremacy. It is faster and tougher than the Light Scout and surprisingly well armed for its size. Though not individually a match for an F-17 Condor, I doubt a lone F-17 would stand a chance against a full squadron of 3. The most interesting feature of this design is the absence of a pressurized crew compartment. Virtually the entirety of the saucer consists of propulsion systems, sensors, and weapons arrays. This initially led us to believe the craft was unmanned, but analysis of the wreckage revealed enough biological material to convince us otherwise. We are unsure exactly what form this pilot takes, there's only room for one, but the lack of a transparent canopy or control system implies they are much more heavily integrated with their craft than human pilots are. The fighter's primary armament is a short-range, rapid-fire energy weapon much like the craft cannon on our F-17s. However, it also carries a pair of longer-range, homing plasma projectiles that act more like missiles. Quite what these devices are and how they work is unknown, as fighters tend to explode so spectacularly when destroyed that there's little left to study. Whatever the culprit, I doubt we will be recovering an intact version anytime soon. Come on, I need something to shoot down so I can get money. Alien alloys. Alien technology is founded on a variety of exotic materials, every one of which possesses remarkable properties. We have identified materials with tensile strength and heat resistance an order of magnitude greater than anything previously known, as well as those with more exotic properties such as room temperature superconductivity. Almost all of them are ultra-advanced ceramics with a chemical structure as alien as the extraterrestrials themselves. Though we have yet to encounter any unknown fundamental elements in these materials, we have little idea how they generate their extraordinary powers or how they could be manufactured. It is the difference between coal and diamond, fundamentally the same stuff but radically different in practice. Given their exceptional heat resistance, the most obvious military application of these alloys would be in personal battlefield armor. Unfortunately, they are so effective at dissipating heat that nothing in our laboratory can generate enough to melt them, making fabrication of a plate armor or anything else little more than a pipe dream. Though still effectively useless, we are harvesting these alloys from recovered artifacts where possible. The aliens must have the means to shape these materials, so further study of their technology may allow us to do the same. Wonderful. Okay, no new research projects available, so research that plasma rifle for me. Come on, I need something to shoot down for missions. Jackal combat armor. I don't have any money for that, unfortunately. Okay, there we go. Throw a condor up at that. Please don't fly away. God damn it. Dick. I'm losing so much money because the aliens are just not coming anywhere near me. Right. I now have a radar in Bravo, but no planes. I could transfer a condor over there, which is probably not a terrible idea for the moment. Just because we happen to have a few of them floating around. Relocate you to Bravo. And that way we have an interceptor over there at least. Alien Plasma Rifle. The Alien Plasma Rifle is a two-handed alien infantry weapon approximately 30 inches in length and 3 kilograms in weight. It is a vastly more capable combat weapon than the Alien Plasma Pistol, generating a plasma bolt that is significantly more powerful and cohesive than its smaller cousin. Without the space constraints of the Plasma Pistol, the aliens have mounted a more substantial generation array inside the weapon's barrel. This gives it a similar operational range to most ballistic assault rifles, but far higher damage and armor penetration potential. Laboratory tests suggest Jackal combat armor may do just enough to allow the wearer to survive a direct hit, but unarmored troops would likely be killed instantly. Indeed, we believe this weapon is even a credible threat to our Hunter armored cars. It would appear that the versatility of the Alien Plasma Rifle makes it the default armament for alien combatants. It is powerful, light, accurate, and capable of burst fire. In short, vastly superior to anything we possess. Wonderful. Alright, yep, start researching that plasma technology. Hunter armored car. Hunter, Scout Car, is a small armored vehicle that is used for scouting and fire support during combat missions. It fills the space of 2 soldiers in the dropship, but is tougher, can move faster, and has longer sight range than a soldier. Hunter is derived from the Daimler Ferret armored car, a vehicle small and light enough to be carried inside one of our Charlie dropships, though there is only space for 1 vehicle and a strike team. The Scout Car designation is instructive. The Hunter is not a battle tank. Any vehicle light enough to be carried inside a helicopter will have relatively flimsy armor, and the Hunter is no exception to this. Nevertheless, it is far quicker to replace a few damaged armor plates after mission than it is to nurse a wounded soldier back to health, making this vehicle an extremely effective way to scout the battlefield in the hands of a careful commander. Hunter is equipped with dual 30 cal machine guns, which are powerful but inaccurate. They are better suited to suppressing our foes than slaying them, making the Hunter a useful infantry support vehicle. If you would like to upgrade its firepower, your engineers believe they could refit the turret with powerful explosive rockets instead. However, these are hardly likely to leave much behind for my team to study. Hunter is available for construction in our workshop. Remind the Louts to follow my blueprints to the letter. They would be working in the laboratories if they actually knew anything about the design process. And the Viper turret. The Viper rocket rack is an alternate turret option for the Hunter Scout Car, substantially increasing the vehicle's firepower by replacing the dual 30 cal machine guns with 8 high explosive rockets. These rockets are repurposed air-to-air missiles that lack much of a fragmentation effect, but will still inflict heavy incendiary damage across a large area. Though best suited to demolishing structures, they should still make short work of our weaker alien foes. However, there are two major disadvantages to this. Firstly, the rockets are so large that the hunter can only carry 8 of them into battle. Secondly, explosives are a poor way to obtain recoverable alien technology. It is unlikely that we will be able to recover anything of value from the corpse of any enemies killed by these rockets. Nevertheless, there are many occasions where the loss of a few artifacts would be preferable to the loss of one or more of our soldiers. If you wish to equip a hunter with a Viper, the upgraded turrets have already been made available in the garage. Cool. Okay, we are out of things to research, so throw everybody on plasma tech. Probably not going to build a scout car. Okay, that's not a thing that I need. I need something that I can get money from. We can just auto-resolve this, yeah. Don't need to worry too much about those. On aliens. Come into my radar range, please. Alien plasma technology. Studying the innards of the alien plasma pistol and plasma rifle has given us a basic understanding of the science behind extraterrestrial directed energy weapons. We remain some distance from replicating plasma-based weapons ourselves, even in a laboratory setting, but our work raises the tantalizing possibility of battlefield laser weapons. A brief explanation of the generation of a plasma bolt is as follows. Firstly, the weapon draws power from an alenium cell and uses it to fuel a powerful array of particle accelerators. Secondly, these accelerators superheat a large number of atoms into a state of ionized gas within the heat-proof chamber of the weapon. Thirdly, two helical spirals of electromagnets in the barrel of the weapon pulse simultaneously, drawing the plasma from the chamber and spinning it into a bolt while accelerating it to muzzle velocity. Finally, a graviton emitter in the muzzle of the weapon launches a graviton particle into the plasma bolt as it exits the barrel. This graviton particle is incredibly important. In laboratory conditions, it has been observed to possess a strong gravitational pull that prevents the bolt from dissipating into a useless cloud of hot gas. The science behind the process is unclear. It is the first time we have observed a graviton, but it probably explains the large difference in range between the alien plasma pistol and plasma rifle. Sadly, we have no idea of how to replicate this gravitational field ourselves, and without access to an effective anti-gravity emitter, the useful range of our most powerful lab-based plasma generator is only a few inches. One would hope that the study of the more advanced alien weapons may shed more light on the process. In the meantime, our efforts would be better focused on development of battlefield laser technology. We've learned enough from studying the power distribution and cooling systems of the alien weapons that I believe I can replicate them in our own designs, making building man-portable laser weapons from these new alien materials a theoretical possibility. Okay, that gives us laser weaponry, which is good. But I still need money. Please, aliens. Okay, we got money. Alright, so, how much do I need for the Foxtrot? Does it tell me how much more I need for the Foxtrot somewhere? Doesn't seem to. Right. So, now that we have money, I need things. I need a third hangar at least here. So ideally, I would like to have 2 Condors and a Foxtrot at both bases for the time being. So we're going to do that. We're going to buy another Condor. In fact, we're going to buy 2 Condors. There we go. We are going to start on another workshop. And I think that will do for now. We need the rest of this money for building Foxtrots and equipment. Anyways, I think that is a good place for us to call it for today. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.